It is all over for Shane Duffy's second spell at Celtic Football Club. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and it's official. Nat Phillips, aka the Shane Duffy wannabe, a guy that is being labelled the new Shane Duffy. Kind of harsh considering Duffy had like a full season of fucking howlers, whereas Nat Phillips has had maybe, one or two bad games. I know he had that own goal against Kilmarnock. Aside from that, at least Duffy has had a pretty good career bar that year at Celtic, whereas Nat Phillips hasn't done anything yet. Can you compare the two? Probably not. The only comparison you can make is that they're both playing for the green and white hoops, and that they've both been shite in Scotland. That's a pretty fair comparison, but other than that, Nat Phillips, Shane Duffy, they're not really the same. But regardless, Nat Phillips, it's official, he will return to Liverpool at the end of the month after completing his loan spell at Celtic. Now, there was an option for Celtic to keep this loan and extend it until the end of the year. However, they don't want to do that. They aren't going to do that. The form of Nat Phillips certainly hasn't earned a loan extension, contract extension. Plus, Celtic have come out and said that they are actually looking to offload centre-backs. So, if they're going to offload centre-backs, it would make sense to offload the guy, first of all, that isn't even a Celtic player. And that is why Nat Phillips will be leaving. Now, when you look at Celtic's options, they do have quite a lot of centre-backs. Their problems are that they've had a lot of injuries as well. So they haven't really had everyone fully fit. They've had Carter Vickers out, Stephen Welsh out, Naroki out, Kobayashi out. So now with all those guys coming back, all those guys being available and ready to play, that means that Celtic probably have, like 7 or 8 centre-backs, and they've only got 2 positions for these guys to play in. So they have to offload some players, and it makes total sense that Nat Phillips is probably going to be the first one to go. So Nat Phillips is going to go. They're also looking at getting rid of Kobayashi. He is supposedly returning to Japan. It looks like a loan deal, but I just don't really see him having much of a Celtic career. I wouldn't be surprised if it was permanent. Loan or permanent, I just don't really see Kobayashi having much of a future, or a successful future even, at Celtic. He seems to be just another one of those Asian players that have come in and just hasn't done it. You know, you look at Ange's first January transfer window, where he brought in Maida, Hatate, and I believe the other one was it Ideguchi? Now, it's hard to kind of fault Ideguchi because he was like injured pretty much his entire Celtic run. But if you look at out of the first 4 Asian players that Ange signed, 3 of them have been great. Kyogo, Maida, Hatate, no doubt about that. Other than that, though, the ones that have followed haven't been that good. And I mean, Iwata's probably the best of a bad bunch. Gustav Lagerbielke, he looks like he is going to be on the way out as well. Celtic are appearing just to be ready to bite the bullet and take whatever loss is going to come with Lagerbielke. He did cost £3 million in the summer. I don't think we've seen enough of him. Lagerbielke and Naroki, I don't think we've seen enough of these 2 players to, decide whether or not they should be leaving Celtic. I think it's very premature to get rid of Lagerbielke and Naroki. Personally, if it was me, I would get rid of, obviously, Nat Phillips. I'd cancel the loan deal. I'd probably loan out Kobayashi, and I'd maybe leave it at that and see what they can do with the remaining centre-backs. I don't think Celtic should be getting rid of the centre-backs that they paid big money for just in August, because that wouldn't be very smart. You got to give these guys at least a season. Like Naroki and Lagerbielke have been out. They haven't had a run in the team, so maybe they can be good players, but someone who won't be a good player for Celtic is Nat Phillips, guys. He has gone back to Liverpool, and it's just been an absolute failure of a loan deal. Anyway, that's it. Let us know your thoughts down below. Is he a good player? He might be, but he's not going to get a chance to prove it at Celtic. Catch you later, guys. Till next time, peace.